these digital environments, whether like, like you just mentioned in the NFT space or whether in just like traditional social media space, are really reflective of your home or the worldview that you surround yourself with. And while it can be super beneficial to bring people into your circle, into your world, it also can be super dangerous, and matching energies that are for you in your space of something that we do on a regular basis in the real world is something that we should definitely take heed to in the digital world. And because I really view Clubhouse as like a reflection of my home, like I'm very like particular about like who I invite to that space.
You've come up with a new idea, which I want to just credit you with, is there's authentic place, right? There's authentic voice, but you spoke about this idea of an authentic space. You alluded to Martin Luther King's speech. It's very visual. We almost think and clearly it's an oversimplified way to think very binary, problem, solution. And your approach is different. Your approach says pulse, 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 pulse. Seems like science, precision science. And I think, but where's the art?
A sonata has structure and form, but a Mozart sonata is very different from a Beethoven one. So the intervals, the length of time that you spend in what is or what could be or what is what could be, it's very flexible because no two sonatas sound the same either. No two speeches should. Because the difference between problem solution, which some people use, is we're appealing to the imagination, which is a completely different form of appeal because you're trying to influence, persuade. You can use analytical, you can use emotional appeals, but it's a different type of appeal that appeals to their imagination.
When people talk about the great resignation, the word resignation is, giving up. And on the employee side, I actually think they're not resigning. They're discovering something new. The people who are resigning are a lot of companies. They're going, you know what? Nobody's going to stick around here, so I'm going to give up. I'm going to stop providing these big cultural experiences or the training programs, the really meaningful, sometimes pretty expensive ones. And those sometimes are the people who are resigning. And I do worry that some companies are giving up on the wrong things, because if you can prove to somebody that you can grow here, even if you don't stay here forever, because even when people leave, if you can get somebody who's a net promoter and says good things about your company, what's that worth?
Feminine energy, feminine leadership, feminine power brings forth the new and births things. We need that feminine energy, but the stewards of that feminine, not that men can't bring feminine energy at all, because you've beautifully demonstrated the sensitivity of your feminine side, even just in this conversation. But I believe that women are the stewards of the feminine. Like, we teach the world, we teach our organizations, we teach industry the feminine way and how it balances with the masculine. I heard an old Cherokee prophecy, and it describes humanity as this bird flying with one wing, but because the other wing, the feminine wing, is not flying simultaneously, this wing is having to work really hard and it's going around in circles.